The rain had just stopped when billionaire Adrian Cole stepped out of his black car and stared at the small, aging building in front of him. The orphanage looked quiet, almost forgotten by the world, with peeling paint on the walls and a rusty swing set creaking gently in the wind. Adrian adjusted his coat, but it wasn't the cold that made his hands tremble. For years, he had built an empire, luxury hotels, technology companies, private jets, but there was one thing money could never buy. A child. Doctors had delivered the same painful truth again and again: he would never be able to have children. The words echoed in his mind like a cruel sentence. His mansion was enormous, filled with priceless art and shining marble floors, yet every night it felt painfully empty. Today, his assistant had suggested visiting this orphanage, just to donate and maybe bring some smiles. Adrian thought it would be simple. Write a big check, shake a few hands, and leave. But the moment he walked inside, something inside him began to change. Children were playing on the floor with old toys, their laughter filling the small hall like music. Some ran toward him curiously, while others watched shyly from a distance. The director of the orphanage greeted him warmly, thanking him for coming. Adrian tried to smile, but his eyes wandered around the room, noticing the worn-out furniture, the patched-up walls, and the tiny shoes neatly lined near the door. These children had so little, yet their laughter sounded richer than anything he owned. As the director guided him through the rooms, Adrian nodded politely, but something felt heavy in his chest. Then they reached the backyard. The sun broke through the clouds, casting soft golden light across the playground. That's when Adrian saw her. Near the corner, away from the other children, sat a small girl in a wheelchair. She couldn't have been older than 8. Her light brown hair was tied in 2 messy braids, and she was quietly drawing on a piece of paper resting on her lap. She wasn't laughing like the others. She simply watched them play with gentle, patient eyes. Adrian stopped walking. For some reason, his heart started pounding. "Who is she?" he asked softly. The director sighed. "Her name is Lily. She was brought here 2 years ago after an accident that left her unable to walk. Many families come here to adopt, but when they see the wheelchair, they choose someone else." Adrian felt something break inside him. He slowly walked toward Lily, each step heavier than the last. When he finally knelt beside her, she looked up at him with cautious curiosity. "Hello," Adrian said gently. "What are you drawing?" Lily held up the paper. It was a simple picture of a house with a big sun above it, and 3 stick figures holding hands. Adrian's throat tightened. "That's beautiful," he whispered. Lily smiled softly. "It's my dream house," she said. "One day, someone will come and take me there." The words struck Adrian like lightning. For a moment, he couldn't breathe. Tears began forming in his eyes before he even realized it. This little girl, forgotten by the world, was still dreaming about a home. Still believing someone would choose her. Adrian suddenly remembered the silent halls of his mansion, the empty dining table, the quiet birthdays that never came. And in that moment, he understood something powerful. Maybe he had come here thinking he was helping these children, but perhaps one of them was meant to save him. His voice trembled as he asked, "Lily, would you like to see a bigger house someday?" The girl tilted her head innocently. "Is it full of people?" Adrian paused. Then, through tears he could no longer hide, he smiled and said, "Not yet. But maybe, we can change that." The director watched silently as the billionaire sat beside the girl, holding the drawing like it was the most valuable thing he had ever seen. For the first time in years, Adrian Cole felt something warmer than success, something deeper than wealth. Hope. And as this incredible journey of love, family, and unexpected miracles begins, remember that sometimes the people we think we're saving are actually the ones who save us.